What's one of the oldest horror movie tropes? We got girl who can't stop tripping as she runs through the woods. The two sexy ones who go off to have sex and then get murdered. But there's also the creepy face in the mirror. And unlike the other two, this one actually happens in real life. So today I've put together a list of top 10 scary reflections caught in mirrors. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Also stick around for the top 3 because we've got some that are very creepy. And without taking any longer, let's get into it. Number 10. Ghost baby. You're a super sweet little bundle of joy. You're probably looking into the mirror for the first time in your life. What a wonderful, cute experience that your parents would want to get on tape. But I'm sure they didn't expect this horrific twist. When this video was first released out to the public, people were freaking out. They were saying the baby's possessed, that there's a demonic spirit living in the mirror waiting to take the baby's soul. YouTube comments and Reddit threads are usually filled with the most rational people. But as creepy as this video is, it is a fake. Wah wah. If you check out the clip, right before the baby turns its face, you see a small glitchy movement in the mirror. This is from some sloppy editing from whoever was trying to pull a fast one on the internet. As you all should know by now, you can't outsmart the internet. They figured out the ending of Westworld in like 2 episodes. Number 9. Bust a move. I'm sure when you step foot into a dance studio, you want all your reflections to be perfect so you can have ruthless judgment of yourself at every angle. This next video was caught on security camera of a dance studio with just one girl in there. She might have not been as alone as she thought she was. This is like she's linked to some sort of spirit who's trapped in the glass. It's a little hard to tell with this one if anything's been doctored or not because the quality is pretty low, but this one definitely made me feel uneasy. I don't like the idea of anything watching me while I think I'm alone. I don't need someone listening to the fake arguments I have in the shower. Those ones are just for me and the imaginary people I'm too afraid to actually confront. Number 8. Make me pretty. The last place I would want a ghost creeping in my mirror is when I'm getting ready to go out. That's when I need to be focused on which Batman t-shirt I'm going to wear. This creepy mirror ghost comes way of Japan. We see a little girl at her makeup station getting herself ready to take on the world and look fabulous and show everyone what she's made of. And then this happens. As the girl turns, her reflection keeps looking at her. It also seems like this creepy kid is locked away in some sort of phantom zone and has giant black eyes. I'm sure giant black eyes are probably standard over there in the spooky dimension, but over here in the good old normal Earth, they're considered downright terrifying. But now take this one with a grain of salt. This video was taken from a Japanese show, so the person who submitted the footage might have tampered with it a little bit, or the editors of the show themselves might have done it. If you guys can find anything debunking this creepy little video, please put a link in the comments so I can have an easier time sleeping tonight. Number 7. Let me take a selfie. I'm not talking about that Chainsmokers song that gets stuck in your head every time you hear it. You know, the one that I may or may not listen to as a guilty pleasure. I'm talking about that time a couple tried a nice romantic selfie. The two of them smiling into the camera, looking like they just fell in love. Like they haven't learned those little irritating things you learn about your partner, the ones that you just hate about them, like how they chew or breathe. But if you look at the reflection, you'll see something that's not as lovey-dovey. She's got 2 faces! She's looking into the camera, she's also looking into the back window. What does this mean? I don't know, but they probably should break up. If I was dating a girl and a photo came out like this, I'd be like, nah, I think I'm good. I don't need an evil spirit sleeping in the same bed as me every night. Yeah. I think I'd rather take the lonely bachelor life than shack up with a lady who has a demon popping out of the back of her head. Number 6. Vampires need shoes too. Just because you're an immortal being doesn't mean you don't keep up with the latest trends. I mean, if I was going to be alive for thousands of years, one of my biggest fears would be looking out of date. Well, this video captures what might be a vampire in a flip-flop store. Let's take a look at this.
I know you're saying you're filming the guy that stole it.
No, look, just keep watching. It's crazy. Wait, I know.
What?
I know. Like,
How is that?
I don't
You can see in the mirror that the girl sitting down has a reflection, so you know the mirror isn't broken or displaying some sort of error message. Then we see a guy walk through and he has no reflection, nothing. Again, this could be a clever camera trick. I'm a host, not an editor, so I have no idea how hard it would be to make this little stunt and to pull it off. Also, it's daytime in the video, so I'm sure if he is a vampire, he would have gotten fried. However, deep in my heart, I do hope that he is a vampire. I hope that he's thousands of years old. Because if he's in a flip-flop shop, that would mean that flip-flops might be some of the comfiest shoes that have ever been. Number 5. Floating face. It's so hard to take a good selfie. It can sometimes take hours to get the lighting just right and your angles perfect to make sure you're not making a weird face in it, and you want to look hot without being too sexual but still modest. And then you gotta choose which filter depending on what time of year it is, and then you finally get the perfect shot after painstaking time and there's a floating head in the background. Are you serious? I spent all this time trying to look cute and now there's a ghost in the background that's gonna take all the glory. This one sends a shiver down my spine because it looks like a ghost, but it also looks like a masked serial killer. Every time I look at this picture, I think about that scene from The Strangers where that dude is just creeping in the background. Now this just might be an old Halloween mask hanging up in the closet, or it might be the last selfie this girl ever posted. Ooh, I'll let you guys decide. Number 4. Little Ghost Girl. Here's another situation from people just trying to look good and it's interrupted by a specter. Picture of a bunch of girls getting ready in the bathroom mirror, then in between them is something that's very unsettling. Once again, I would have to say I think this one is edited, but that doesn't mean that it's not super creepy. I mean, she does look scared and lost, and what should a ghost even be afraid of? A bigger, scarier ghost? I'm not sure how the food chain works in the afterlife. I think the thing that freaks me most about this picture is how terrified her expression is. If this picture is real and ghosts are real, then is this a glimpse into how this poor girl died? Is she afraid because she's constantly stuck in a loop of looking at her murderer moving towards her? I don't know, call some ghost hunter guys to figure it out. Number 3, creepy mirror girl. What is it about the combination of little girls and mirrors that just creeps the hell out of me? I think it might be the mental scarring I got from watching all the Ring movies when I was a kid. Let's take a look at this. The girl in the mirror should really work on her skincare. Her skin's cracked all over. She should see a dermatologist or something. Number 2. Peekaboo. You're hanging out with your siblings, then someone decides to snap a photo. Little did you know, it would be the most unsettling image you've seen all day. This one has a date and time stamped on it. We can see that the photo was taken on September 24th, 1988 at 3 p.m. Now this could have just been added to the photo to make it seem like it's more realistic, but it does seem like the aesthetic matches the time period. In the background we see another person, perhaps the main figure's sister, opening some sort of creepy hatch which just adds to the mystery. The part that really gets me about this picture is the girl's reflection. Not that it's potentially a spirit caught on camera, but that it's staring right into the camera. The creepy emotionless look feels like it's looking right into your soul. It's almost like she's trying to warn them about what's in that back hatch that they just opened up. I would love some more backstory on this picture. Number 1, unexpected guest. You know, my parents always talk about how hard it is to get everyone together for a nice family dinner. They should really talk to this family in the picture. They seem to be so good at it that they got their dead grandma to join them at the table. This one kinda looks convincing. It really has me feeling like their long lost grandma came to eat with them for one last time, so she could tell them how much she loved them and also chastise them for eating takeout for dinner. You think someone comes back from the dead to visit you, you put a little bit more effort into the dinner. Well everyone, that's our list. I hope everyone enjoyed everything you saw today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please go to the link in the comments and let loose. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell.